combination of two things, and the first would be to affirm them in everything, whether that's affirming them that they're doing a good job, or affirming them in a way that shows that the woman understands how the man is leading. But I think there also needs to be truth mixed in with that affirmation, that they're showing, while they're affirming, that they're still really truthful, because if women aren't truthful, we don't know how to change and how we can lead better. So a mixture of affirmation and truth, I think, helps us lead well in any circumstance, whether that's in a relationship or on a team or in ministry, whatever we're doing. We need that good mixture of affirmation so we know we're doing well, and then truth.
I think women can encourage men to lead well by simply believing in us and almost expecting us to lead well.
Yes, I do like the arm, Mitchell.
Did you already start recording?
I sure did. Hey, Mitch, how can women encourage men to lead well?
Well, it's a little on the spot, but I do keep this note card with me with my notes of how I think you could do that.
Oh,
so,
really?
I think the biggest thing is to just let us lead, give us that ability. And I mean, that sounds kind of simple, but it's easy to, I think, try to manipulate us or get us to lead in the way that you want us to, or to get us to lead when we aren't leading. And so I know with that we're clumsy and slow, and half the time we don't do things right and have no idea what we're doing. But that's why the encouragement factor of it is so important, because we aren't really sure of ourselves and we are wondering if we're doing it right, and so encouraging us in what we do, even if we do mess up. But that encouragement is huge. This is especially true in relationships. In one of our Man Month videos in these past couple of weeks, the speaker talked about marriage and how this looks like in a marriage relationship, and he said, for a husband and a wife, a husband will become what his wife thinks of him. So basically, her belief in him inspires belief in himself. And even in marriage, just dropping it back a little bit to dating, I've seen this for myself with Katie. She does a great job encouraging in our relationship, both in my leading in our relationship and for ministry. But alongside that, she also will give me respectful feedback and criticism when she sees that I need it, or if I ask for that sort of feedback.
Awesome. Hey, Justin, what do you think?
Well, I'll tell you. Mostly, a lot of what Mitch is saying is just totally true. I feel like the main thing is just when we are given opportunities to lead and we lead well, I think it's really important that it's recognized that someone says, you know, that was really great, I'm glad you stepped up and did that, or it's just important to know, because sometimes we don't even know we're doing it, and if someone says, hey, that was really great how you stepped up and led in that way, that's really encouraging, and I think it just, well, yeah, it just encourages more of the same behavior.
Awesome. Thank you.
So there's three main character qualities that I find very attractive in a woman. The first one would be selflessness. A woman who isn't really concerned with herself, and you can see that in how she acts and how she talks. And she's not a person that draws attention to herself in big groups and things like that. And just has a heart for other people and those around her. And also a woman who has great respect for herself, and you can see that as well, and a woman who respects those around her. And what I mean by that, it kind of ties into the last one, would be character quality of encouragement. A woman who I believe has respect for others is going to be concerned about building them up and encouraging them. And yeah, and just an encouraging person to be around. And that you know when you're around that woman that you're going to be lifted up and affirmed. So that's attractive to me.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Pause recording.
The probably the most attractive character quality in women is confidence.
Why is confidence attractive?
Just being able to, just the way you carry yourself and everything about it, it's just, I don't know, becomes,
It's just attractive.
yeah, it's just attractive.
What character qualities do you guys find attractive in women?
Anyway, first I'd like to say that Marvin's does deliver to the women's panel, so this is, it's good, but yeah, he's good. Yeah, attractive qualities. It might sound cliche, but I stole this off the internet. Once again, looking at my note card. A woman's heart should be so hidden in Christ that a man should have to seek him first to find her. And it's like, oh well, that sounds nice and pretty, but what does that actually look like in real life? I think basically it looks like Christ being number one. So when I think reciprocating that, for a woman, Christ should be number one, and she should look for a guy where Christ is number one. And I think a good word to describe that is being selective. So like not dating just anyone, but I think it's attractive when a woman is selective in who she dates and looks for a man that's going to lead her closer to God and push her closer to Christ rather than pull her away or come in between her and God. Also, I think modesty and humility are big things that I notice. Also, just being careful in interactions with men and making sure to guard their hearts when you're not dating. Being careful not to flirt for the fun of it or to feel desired in some way.
I think the biggest one for me is modesty. I feel like a woman's character should speak for itself, and I don't know. I find it very respectful towards men when women are modest, because you don't have to. I don't know. When I'm around women who are modest, I don't have to watch where my eyes are constantly. I don't have to constantly make sure. Like sometimes Mitch was mentioning the eye bounce that you're looking, and then oh whoa, you have to look away. It's really nice, and you don't have to worry about that. And then yeah, it's just cool when a woman lets her character speak for itself, and yeah.
Well, I think it's kind of an obvious answer. Cover skin, but it really is the truth. I think for men, our greatest enemies can be our eyes, and then also what goes in our eyes goes into our mind. And that I know can be one of the greatest struggles for men, is just what we see on a daily basis, and that can be at the university, that can be on TV, that can be on the internet, and the less we see, the better, and the better that's going to protect our mind and our heart. And so I guess just modest wear is really a benefit to us, and it's going to help keep us pure in mind and heart.
When it comes to women helping men to guard their eyes, modesty is the best policy.
Yeah. Any specifics?
Not really specifically, just modesty in general.
Awesome.
It goes back to modesty mostly. Just being careful on things you wear. Things that are too revealing are really difficult to keep your eyes off of, and it's hard enough to stay pure as a man in your actions. Like, I mean, anytime you're alone by a computer, there's a huge danger there, and so it's hard enough to like avoid things like that. And then there's always this battle for your mind as well. So, I mean, if there's a girl who's dressed provocatively, then it's just like another door for those thoughts to get in, and then it's just harder. It makes everything more difficult all around, I guess.
Yeah. Mitch, what are your thoughts?
I agree with many of Justin's thoughts. Yeah, I mean, I work really hard at staying pure when I'm at home alone by myself, and it's that much more harder to do it at home and anywhere when I'm always having to avoid seeing something that's gonna make me stumble. And honestly, I mean, I want to not only respect women with my actions and my words, but also with my mind. So I don't want to. So the more women can help me with that, the more I appreciate it. I mean, there's certain, I think, specifics that are helpful to avoid. I mean, shirts that are too short, like that show midriff in any way, or low-cut shirts or short shorts. And I know shorts that are of a modest length might be hard to find. My sister's tall, kind of runs in the family, and so she is always grumbling about her shorts being too short and she can't find long shorts. But yeah, it's really good for us. And I mean, I don't want to. Anything you can do to cover yourself up that's gonna help me not. I mean, to be blunt, picture you naked is helpful, because I want to save that for my wife. Like, my wife's the only person I want to see naked or envision naked, and so the more you can help, the better. And so in public, and Justin mentioned in one of the other questions, like if I see a woman wearing something that's going to make me stumble, I will look away, or I'll look at the ground, and so. If you want to turn the eyes of men away who are seeking Christ and seeking to obey Him, I mean, the way to do it is to not dress modestly. So,
an encouragement to the women, and I think I tell guys that I disciple this a lot too, because I think a lot of times if you talk about like relationships, a lot of times I feel that whether you're a man or a woman, the satisfaction in our life can be dependent on a relationship we're in. And I always tell men that I have in my life, I tell them, if a perfect God can't give you satisfaction, then there's no way an imperfect woman is going to. And so, in the same token, for the ladies that are listening, I think it's important for them to constantly remember, don't try to seek out the things in life through an imperfect man that only a perfect God can give you. So be seeking the Lord first, and don't expect perfection from men, when the only way you can get that through is the Lord. So.
Okay. Thanks, Matt.
Yeah, you're welcome. Talking.
I know. Yeah, we're recording now, and we're gonna try and. Yep. We are recording now. Hello, friends. Okay, I'll edit this part out. This is Matt Korth. Matt Korth. How can women encourage men to lead well? I'll edit it out. It's okay.
Great.
Yep.
Well, I think the most important thing to me, the best way that women can lead men is first to affirm them. And if you just made noise, Emily.
Okay, but you also said, maybe we'll just turn over. This is a trial run, because you said the best way for women to lead men well, and I'm like, ah!
Just do it.
Mitch, any random thoughts for the women?
Well, I prepared a couple. Actually, I don't have any.
None.
Just thought that would be funny.
0.
What else you got in there?
I have a pencil. I always keep a pencil handy in case I need to write something down.
Some corn chips.
My thoughts about these questions.
Some Fritos.
Yeah, some vitamins.
For herself, for her friends, and once again, showing respect for oneself. I don't know if I want to say that.
We'll cut it out. We're going to edit.
We're going to do that question again, ladies.
Okay, we're doing it again.
Hold on.
Hold on. We're holding on.
Looking at the notes
We're gonna
that I write.